They're off. And Echo again for that outside post, sent on for speed right off the mark. Jace's Road is there, so too Curly Jack, and Damon's Mound comes on through. Here's Damon's Mound with a forward position for the run to the opening turn. In fact, has come on through to take the lead. So Damon's Mound's going to set the pace. Jace's Road is a stalking second. Tight Suit tucks up into third. Haystrike toward the inside is fourth. Echo again is 3 or 4 wide in fifth. Curly Jack shuffled back into sixth. Confidence Game is wide in seventh. A very tight pack up top. A break of 2 from there to Jin Tong. And 3 back to Honed the trailer. Damon's Mound bounding along down the backstretch run. Sharp opening quarter, 23 and 2. There's 5 furlongs to go. Echo again has advanced up on the outside, and so now these two are head and head for the lead with 4 furlongs to go. Damon's Mound and Echo again races on to the far turn. 2 lengths back to Jace's Road. Game on the outside is now fourth. Haystrike toward the inside racing fifth. Curly Jack has asked for more speed, sixth. Jin Tong, Zaitzu, and at the back is Honed. Round the far turn, Echo again, and Damon's Mound knocking heads to the quarter pole. Damon's Mound on the inside, set down for the drive. Echo again is right there. They're shoulder to shoulder off the turn, top of the stretch now. Echo again's in front. Damon's Mound is back into second. Closer's coming quickly. Here's Curly Jack. Here's Jace's Road. Here's Honed down the outside. In behind it's Haystrike. There's 1 furlong to go. And Curly Jack has come away with the lead. Jace's Road rallying inside. Honed down the center. Final 16th. It's Curly Jack digging in. Honed trying to get by second, but it will be Curly Jack from off the pace to win it. Honed was second. Jace's Road was third. Haystrike was fourth.
They're off in the 151st running of the Champagne. Andiamo a Firenze from that inside post. Gulfport from the outside, but it is Andiamo a Firenze who has the lead as the field moves up the chute and heads for the backstretch. Andiamo a Firenze by 3/4 of a length. Gulfport on the outside running in second. Verifying in Champion's Dream. They're heads apart third and fourth. Top Recruit was off a step slow, was down on the inside and in fifth. And Blazing Sevens trails the field in sixth, the quarter in 23 and 1. Andiamo a Firenze leads here by a length. Verifying second by a head. Gulfport on the outside is in third. Length and a half to the gray. Champion's Dream in fourth. Then Top Recruit and Blazing Sevens. It is Andiamo a Firenze still leading here after a half mile in the slop in 47 seconds. Gulfport now ranges up on the outside. Verifying is down at the rail. It's a length and a half to Champion's Dream. And Blazing Sevens, and farther back is Top Recruit. Andiamo a Firenze takes the 2-year-old to the top of the stretch. In front here by a length and a half. Gulfport on the outside. Verifying down towards the rail. 3/4 in 1, 11 and 4. Andiamo a Firenze challenged on the inside by Verifying. On the outside by Gulfport. And here comes Blazing Sevens out in the middle of the track as they come down for the 16th pole. Here is Blazing Sevens. Verifying is there. And Gulfport. But it's Blazing Sevens to pull off the upset in the Grade 1 Champagne. Blazing Sevens by 3 lengths.
They're off in the American Pharaoh. And Cave Rock goes straight to the front. National Treasure up alongside. Skinner is close. Hijazi 4 wide into the first turn, but right up and on the pace. Odonata's just behind them. Gandolfini is down at the rail. And in between those two, Manchild, the distant early trailer is McNamara. Cave Rock in control early. Opens up 2. Hijazi, National Treasure, side by side, second and third. Skinner is widest of all, about 3 lengths off the pace. Then it's Manchild racing between rivals and Gandolfini at the rail. This group covered by just 3.5 or 4. A gap of 5 back to Odonata, who's then 5 in front of McNamara. Juan Hernandez and the undefeated American Pharaoh. National Treasure, Hijazi, and Gandolfini.
And they're off in the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity. There goes Newgate. Newgate comes right out for the lead. Bourbon Bash has early speed. Loggins is there. Here's Good Heart up on the outside, and these four come forward to vie for the early lead as they head to the first turn. Carmel Road going to move up in the center of the track in fifth, and now starts picking off a few positions from there. Frosted Departure is in sixth as Good Heart drops back alongside of that one. Forte is in eighth spot down toward the rail heading off the first turn. Two Fills is in ninth. Fantastic Again comes next, and then Instant Coffee, Red Route 1, Powerful, Lost Ark. Honed is at the back after an opening quarter goes on the board in 22.94 seconds. Onto the backstretch, still bunching for the lead. Bourbon Bash ahead in front. Loggins is there toward the inside. Newgate travels out in the center of the track in third, a half length off the lead. Frosted Departure is in fourth. Carmel Road is backed off a bit into the fifth position, settles down there. A lane or two off the rail, running some 5 lengths from the front. Then Good Heart. Forte down toward the inside is 7 lengths from the lead. First half mile went in 46.36 seconds. Over to the far turn. Loggins is the leader against the rail, has the lead a half length. Bourbon Bash is second by a length, just over a quarter mile to go. Newgate third. Frosted Departure is fourth. Here's Forte. Now Forte is going to have to swing toward the outside from the fifth position. Picks up a couple of spots. Has to go wider still to the top of the short stretch. Here's Forte coming after Loggins. Newgate is now third. They turn for home in the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity. Forte striding forward to challenge Loggins into the final furlong, and Forte is up to take the lead. Loggins is fighting on toward the inside, but second. Forte leads at a half length. Loggins is still there toward the inside. Look at these two juveniles going at it. Loggins and Forte. Forte and Loggins, and it is Forte in the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity for Iran Ortiz Jr. What a stretch battle.
Right along in the early stages here. Break of another 2 lengths more, and Forte saves ground on the inside of Curly Jack. National Treasure is fifth on the outside. Verifying has the rail that wound up. Blazing Sevens is 8 lengths off the lead as Cave Rock begins to take over onto the backstretch. At the back of the fielder, Lost Ark and Congruent. That first quarter mile, 22. Point at last wound up as the trailer. Cave Rock is the leader as the field makes their way for the far turn. He's a length and a half in front, and his stablemate is second now. National Treasure is second on the outside of Hurricane J. And then it's Curly Jack. Forte has come under a ride now. He's 5 lengths off the lead, being asked for more run, but he is picking up his stride, and he's going 3 wide, and he's coming up on the outside of National Treasure. Cup Juvenile. Then it was National Treasure, and Verifying. Forte and Iran Ortiz have done it in the Juvenile.
And they're off. Lucan Knight breaks out well with Joking Way, and so too does Victory Formation down inside. He's sent up on the inside of Joking Way, and these two hook up early, and now Victory Formation has taken charge. Victory Formation, short lead, Joking Way pressing. They're 3 lengths clear of 2 Eagles River, who settles into third. Lucan Knight is back into fourth. Coffee Caliente over to the inside fifth. Gold Luck in sixth. Walaka's in seventh. 8 lengths back, Lord Grantham the trailer. Far turn run, Victory Formation, Joking Way, knocking heads through a scorching quarter in 21 and 2. 3 furlongs to go, full throttle battle heading to the quarter pole. Victory Formation, Joking Way head to head. The others are catching up now. 2 Eagles River comes off the rail and is coming on from third. Lucan Knight comes on 4 wide fourth. They're off the turn, the speed duel taking its toll. 2 Eagles Rivers rallying. Victory Formation trying to hang tough. Joking Way between them. Lucan Knight fourth on the outside, 1 furlong to go. 2 Eagles River to the front. Victory Formation is fighting on, but is back into second. Trying to re-rally his Victory Formation. 2 Eagles River desperate for the wire. Victory Formation came back. Wow, what an effort. Defeating 2 Eagles River right on the wire. Lucan Knight was third and Joking Way was fourth.
And they're off. Veering in there at the start was number 1, Il Miracolo. It is Arctic Arrogance going out for the early lead, with the Prove Right sitting behind. In second on the outside is WNL, next in third. The 2-year-olds go around the clubhouse turn with Arctic Arrogance on top. WNL now moves into second, and Prove Right is next in third. Then comes Quick to Accuse, who's racing in fourth. Followed on the inside by Tuskegee Airman. Oh, checking there was number 5, Midnight Trouble, who got into some trouble there. It's almost 3 lengths back to Il Miracolo. The quarter in the slop in 24-1. Arctic Arrogance on the inside and WNL on the outside, and the two of them are heads apart as the field races up the backstretch. It is Arctic Arrogance narrowly. WNL is on the outside and in second. Prove Right is in between horses. Quick to Accuse on the outside. And now gaining some ground is Midnight Trouble. Down at the rail is Tuskegee Airman. And Il Miracolo is the trailer in seventh, the half mile in 48 seconds. Arctic Arrogance still the leader here. The lead is 3/4 of a length. WNL on the outside runs in second. It is Arctic Arrogance and WNL, and now they are heads apart for the lead. Tuskegee Airmen down towards the rail, racing in third, and on the outside is Prove Right as the field comes for the top of the stretch. WNL on the outside of Arctic Arrogance. The two of them are right together as they head for home. 3/4 in 1, 12-1. Tuskegee Airmen is all out in third, but now 4 lengths from the lead as they come down for the 8th pole. Arctic Arrogance on the inside and WNL on the outside. The front two have separated themselves from the rest of the field. WNL on the outside narrowly. Arctic Arrogance continues to battle on. They come on for the finish, and it is WNL to win the Remsen by a long neck. Arctic Arrogance was second, and a big break back to Tuskegee Airman in third.
2 metros partieron en los Alamitos Futurity grado 2 del 2022 en su edición número 41. Se viene por la parte central de la pista Carmel Road con JJ Hernández a dominar. En el segundo se está acomodando Arabian Lion con John Rafael Velázquez. En el tercero Practical Move con Ramón Vázquez. En el cuarto por la parte interior de la pista corre Tallboy con Humberto Rispoli. Y el quinto y último es para Fullback con Flavien Prat. 23-3 el primer cuarto de milla en Los Alamitos Futurity del 2022. Domina el caballo Carmel Road. Arabian Lion corre en el segundo. En el tercero por el centro está Practical Move. En el cuarto por la parte interior corre el caballo Tallboy. Y sigue último el tordillo Fullback, 46 segundos y 3/5 el parcial de la media milla, y sigue adelante el caballo Carmel Road con los colores de Madakex Stables. En el segundo corre Practical Move, en el tercero Arabian Lion, hacia el cuarto Fullback. Dejaron al del Calumet Farm Tallboy en la última colocación. Cuando vienen al giro de la última curva está adelante Carmel Road, cuando ya están en el tope de la recta en el Futurity de Los Alamitos del 2022. 71 los 1200. Practical Move se viene en busca del caballo Carmel Road. En el tercero quedó Fullback. En el cuarto Tallboy. Por la parte exterior de la pista está adelante el caballo Practical Move con Ramón Vázquez y Lucín Batí. En Los Alamitos Futurity en 95 la milla ganó Practical Move. Carmel Road en el segundo, Fullback en el tercero, Tallboy en el cuarto y último Arabian Lion.
They're off the springboard mile. Poor beginning for Giant Mischief. Wildlang Storm from the outside, running hard to get to the front and get some clearance, and doing so as they go to the first turn. Wildlang Storm will take them into the bend. Echo again, using the shorter path up the rail now, and takes the lead away from Wildlang Storm with Campfire Creek third near the rail. American Outlaw rolling up, also Ghost Hero wide in fifth. Between runners, a Little Sweet Thing sixth. 4 off the paces, they go to the backstretch. After that, it's Money Run, Gun Flash, and Giant Mischief trails after the poor beginning, 9 from the front. 23.89 seconds for the opening quarter mile, moving on to the backstretch. And Echo again has it by a half length, pressed by American Outlaw with 5 furlongs to go. Third, 2.5 back, Wildlang Storm, Ghost Hero fourth, outside in the clear. Campfire Creed is fifth, 4.5 back, inside of Money Run, now advancing with a half mile to go. Little Sweet Thing doing nothing yet, passed inside by Gun Flash. Giant Mischief is in the clear and beginning to advance, so they bunch up going to the far turn after a half at 47.14 in the springboard mile, and Echo again is on the lead by a length and a tail now over Ghost Hero. Giant Mischief circling the field into the turn, and Giant Mischief is 4 wide, but right there and up the rail, here's Wildlang Storm to be a big player with Echo again. Wildlang Storm grabs the lead with a quarter mile to go after 6 furlongs in a minute 12.07. Wild Atlantic Storm on top, now by a length and a half. Echo again chasing second. Giant Mischief third, well back to the rest. Furlong to go. And the big red horse, Wild Atlantic Storm, is clear by more than 3. Giant Mischief and Echo again chasing. Here's Wild Atlantic Storm in the final yards of the springboard. Wild Atlantic Storm in an all-out drive will take the springboard mile by a length and a half. Giant Mischief rallied for second. Echo again third. Campfire Creed fourth.
And they're off in the Gunrunner Stakes, where determinedly stumbled at the start. Chase's Road broke sharp. It's Chase's Road who's going out toward the front for Florent Giroux. Stumbling start. Determinedly is right there in second as they round the first turn. Bold Alliance is next, followed toward the rail by Hayes Strike in the white cap as these 2-year-olds go to the back of the track. Racing Cane is 5 to 6 lengths off this leader, while Racing 3 clear from And the Winner Is, and long odds Amazing Mark has drifted back to 7th and last. 24.46 for the lead part. With Florent Giroux, it's Chase's Road. Chase's Road leads by a half to 3/4. Visayas and determinedly right there with Chase's Road to the run here in the half-mile pole. Bold Alliance now coming up in the 3 path. While Hayes Strike is a ground-saving 4. 4 furlongs to go in the Gunrunner Stakes. And on the outside, Racing Cane, it's a rank of 7 more to And the Winner Is. Return has 5 more on Amazing Mark, who remains the back marker. Half mile in 48.18 seconds. Inside 3 furlongs to go. It's Chase's Road, who continues to lead here determinedly as they come toward the quarter pole. Right there, Racing Cane, and toward the inside is Hayes Strike. Chase's Road and determinedly 1-2 off the turn. 3/4 in 1 minute 12.54 seconds with Racing Cane in third, and the winner is on the front outside. But for Florent Giroux, it's Chase's Road who's finding in this final fairground furlong. Chase's Road leads determinedly by 3.5 with Racing Cane, and the winner is then Hayes Strike. It's Chase's Road. Chase's Road wins here by 5 in the Gunrunner Stakes. Racing Cane snatched second on the line from determinedly. Hayes Strike 4th, and the winner is 5th. Well clear.
They're off. Victory formation broke beautifully. Goes to the front from Western Gent, who is sent for speed early. CJ Storm is also there, and victory formation looks like he'll only be in the 3 path at the clubhouse turn. Nope, he's going to cross and clear, and Flavien Pret asked him for speed, and he beats Western Gent to the punch at the clubhouse turn. Victory formation takes charge. Then comes Communication Memo. How did he do that in Dennington? Followed by Angel of Empire, and the distant trailer is 10 days later as the undefeated Victory Formation is the leader to the backstretch. He leads it by a length and a half from Western Gent, who now tugs up and is going to try to challenge from the outside. These two are 4 lengths clear of Longshot CJ's Storm. Communication Memo and Angel of Empire are together. They're about 4 from the front. Angel of Empire is about to move into third under Joe Talamo, and he's about 2.5 from his front-running stablemate. Dennington and How Did He Do That are next. The trailer is still 10 days later. The finish line is the 16th pole, and Victory Formation is still in charge. Victory Formation gallops along a length and a half in front of Western Gent in second. Angel of Empire continues to move. He could get into second soon. To the outside, CJ Storm and Communication Memo. Victory Formation. He's at the top of the stretch, and he's built up a 3-length lead. The whip is out on Western Gent. Angel of Empire is at the rail, and Victory Formation comes to the final 16th in front by 2 lengths. Angel of Empire is running a very good race, trying to run down his stablemate, but he's going to be second to the Sparty Jones Stakes winner, the undefeated Victory Formation.
All set for the Jerome. And they're off. Andiamo a Firenze has early speed. Towards the inside is going to be Valentin Day. Lugan Knight emerges here with the early kick. Then comes Arctic Arrogance out wide. They line up on the front as they get set to come out of the chute. In the Jerome, it's Lugan Knight. Dylan Davis now with a neck in front. Tight hold here, Arctic Arrogance. Down at the inside is Valentin Day. Breaking on top was Andiamo a Firenze. Is now in between rivals. Got back there to 5th. Up on the outside here, now challenging for 3rd is Narciso Dali. It's a very tight hold. General Banker running up on heels, second to last. And the trailer, Neural Network, they're pretty tightly bunched as they work up the backstretch. It's Lugan Knight who's got the lead, 23.41 for that opening quarter mile. Now more settled here. In second is Arctic Arrogance. The favorite is in the 2-path. 3 wide there is Narciso Dali as they've got a half-mile left to go. Down at the rail is Valenzuela Day, and Jose Gomez is there with Andiamo a Firenze, who now progresses, splits rivals. Still wide is going to be General Banker. Neural Network has 6 lengths to make up now. As in front, it's Lugan Knight, 47.70 seconds for a half-mile time. Arctic Arrogance. Jose Lezcano just took a look back, and Arctic Arrogance is getting ready for the cue as they approach a quarter-mile left to go. They are head-and-head here. Arctic Arrogance is ready to challenge a very game Lugan Knight down towards the inside. Trying to rally on his General Banker, and from the back it's Neural Network, who still has 5 lengths to make up a final furlong, and they are shoulder to shoulder here in the Jerome. Arctic Arrogance did not run by Lugan Knight, who's very game to the inside for a 16th to go. Lugan Knight is still there. Arctic Arrogance couldn't pass. Lugan Knight game and wins the Jerome. It's Lugan Knight over Arctic Arrogance, then General Banker, and Neural Network in 1 minute 37.77 seconds.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Sham Stakes. Very clean start. Reincarnate joined immediately by Spun Intended. Paxawallop came out with good speed, and National Treasure is down at the rail. Coming through now to take third. Newgate is at the back of the field. Reincarnate sets the pace, prompted by Spun Intended, who's within a neck second. 2 more National Treasure inside Paxawallop. Paxawallop moves into third, and another 3 back to Newgate as they swing on to the backstretch. Reincarnate and Spun Intended. Spun Intended puts those red blinkers in front past the 5/8 pole. A length and a half, Paxawallop with National Treasure tucked in neatly and eager at the rail. Another 2 back to Newgate with a half-mile to run in the Sham. And it's Reincarnate and Spun Intended. They've been together since the gate opened. Paxawallop is 3 deep. National Treasure just inside of him. And 2 more to Newgate. There's been no change. Reincarnate a neck in front now of Spun Intended. Now it's a half length coming to the quarter pole. Newgate makes an early move with the yellow cap, and he joins the party. And National Treasure is in the thick of it as Paxawallop drops back. And now National Treasure angles to the outside as they come to the 16th pole. Newgate on the outside, and a resilient Reincarnate trying to fend him off. Reincarnate, Newgate, National Treasure, Reincarnate, and Juan Hernandez to take the Sham. Newgate was second, National Treasure finished third, and it was a long way back to Paxawallop in fourth.
And they're off in the Lookout Stakes. Echo again, Dennington, Brownlee, and Confidence Game is quick to engage these as they race toward the first turn, and 2 fills in the black cap as they enter the first turn. It's Echo again with Brownlee in between horses, and Confidence Game is in the 3-path, 7 furlongs to run. There comes the gray Dennington. 2 fills is outside that. Will settle back by Luis Saez, the favorite. Instant Coffee trails as they go to the back of this historic New Orleans track. It's Echo again. So Echo again leads the lookout for Tyler Gaffleone. The first quarter covered in 24.20 seconds. It's Echo again. Echo again in front here. Bromley by 3/4 a length with Confidence Game right near the pace. Echo again, Bromley, and Confidence Game for the run to the half-mile pole with Dennington a ground-saving 4th. Sheriff Liberian 2 fills, 5 lengths off this leader. It's still Echo again with inside 4 furlongs to run. The trailer is Instant Coffee. Half-mile for the front runner. Echo again, 47.19 seconds. They round the far turn. Echo again as Confidence Game now makes this bid for James Graham. Midpoint on the turn. It's Echo again. Confidence Game. And here's 2 fills, who's ranging up on the outside. 2 fills making 3-path progress, and Instant Coffee is gaining as the pace starts to percolate. They turn for home 3/4 in 1 minute 12.02 seconds. It's 2 fills. Instant Coffee charging hard on the outside. Echo again led, but is dropped back. They come down to this final Fairgrounds furlong, and here's Instant Coffee, who's been lifted to the lead by Luis Saez from 2 fills. Second toward the inside. They're close to home. It's Instant Coffee. Instant Coffee wins the Lookout Stakes by 3. 2 fills was second, Confidence Game third, and Dennington finished fourth.
They're off. Arabian Night could not have broken any better. Right to the front from a hard scent, Frosted Departure. And Frosted Departure is going to make the favorite work early. Arabian Night leads the length. Frosted Departure is second. El Tomate away in third. Then Corona Bolt and stablemate Jace's Road. They both have about 4 lengths to make up. Western Gen and Sun Thunder are next, and the trailer is Red Route 1 as they turn into the backstretch in the 58th running of the Southwest Stakes, and Arabian Night is strong. He leads by a length and a half from Frosted Departure, who did everything he could do to press this front-running favorite, but now he'll have to sit second, 2 lengths behind Arabian Night and John Velasquez. El Tomate to the outside is third. Corona Bolt rides the rail for Flavian Pratt. He's fourth and 2.5 lengths off the lead. Then Sun Thunder, a 3 wide Jace's Road, and Western Gent between horses. 10 lengths last to Red Route 1, 3 furlongs to go in the Southwest. Arabian Night has the lead. He is a length and a half in front of Frosted Departure in second. Now to the outside, here's Jace's Road to put in a nice run, and Jace's Road is within 2 lengths of the lead. Corona Bolt has dropped back. Sun Thunder has 5 to make up. Arabian Night and Frosted Departure 1-2. Jace's Road has flattened out. So Arabian Night and Frosted Departure are the 2 off the top of the turn. Arabian Night a length in front of Frosted Departure in second. Here is Red Route 1 erupting from the back of the pack, but he is still 6 lengths behind his front-running favorite, Arabian Night. And now he's 4 in front. Red Route 1 might get second. He will not win the Southwest. That winner is Arabian Night. Arabian Night won by 6 lengths. Red Route 1 did get second. Frosted Departure third. Sun Thunder fourth.
And they're off in the Holy Bull. Beautiful start for the favorite Cyclone Mischief, but he wants no part of the early lead as West Coast Cowboy shoots forward toward the rail. Mr. Bob, he's up to challenge, and Mr. Bob lands a narrow advantage in the run to the first turn. West Coast Cowboy is there second from between horses. Cyclone Mischief is in tight. Legacy Isle works on his outside. Rocket Can is on the far outside. Then Lord Miles from between horses. Il Maricolo, and lagging behind last is Shadow Dragon. The quarter time was 23-4. It's a reasonable pace. Putting up the numbers, Joel Rosario and Mr. Bob in front by a length. Legacy Isle second, West Coast Cowboy third. Rocket Can is on the far outside, and in between horses, Cyclone Mischief. Back from there, it's Il Maricolo ahead of Lord Miles, patiently ridden while second last, and the trailer is Shadow Dragon. They make their way to the first finish line in the 2023 Holy Bull Stakes. Mr. Bob the target through a 48-4 half mile. Legacy Isle latched onto in second. West Coast Cowboy is at the rail third. Rocket Can is in the clear for Alvarado. He's only 2 lengths behind. Cyclone Mischief patiently handled by Gaffleon between horses. Then it's Lord Miles and Il Maricolo. Still at the back is Shadow Dragon. They round the far turn. The pace picks up, and Legacy Isle shoves the neck on top. In tight, West Coast Cowboy from the back. Shadow Dragon is underway. Rocket Can let go in the red colors as they run to the top of the stretch. It's Rocket Can who comes away with the lead. Toward the outside, Shadow Dragon with an upset threat. Cyclone Mischief needs to do better than that. Legacy Isle is next, and they're at the top of the stretch. Rocket Can tries to finish it up. Shadow Dragon takes aim. 16th to go. It's Rocket Can responding on the outside, and Shadow Dragon. They come to the finish. It's Bill Mott. It's Junior Alvarado again. It's Rocket Can to win the Holy Bull by a length in the end. Second was Shadow Dragon, who fired a huge shot. He completes the Mott Exacta. Third is West Coast Cowboy in 144-4.
And they're off in the Robert B. Lewis Stakes. Arabian Lion and Hard to Figure will speed off to the lead. Worcester gets the nice tracking trip, and Newgate is tugging from the back of the field. 7 furlongs to run, and Arabian Lion at the rail with Hard to Figure about a neck back second. A length and a half back to Worcester, tucked in, joined by Newgate. 3 lengths covers the field. They have 6 furlongs to run, and it's Arabian Lion and John Velasquez just cruising along with mild pressure from Hard to Figure in second. Then Worcester at the rail with the yellow cap, very eager in third. Newgate just outside of him. 5 furlongs to run, and it's Arabian Lion leading the Baffert charge toward the half-mile pole. Hard to Figure a half length behind in second. Worcester continues to travel nicely on the rail, and Newgate keeping pace with him. There's been no change. 3 furlongs to run. Arabian Lion to catch, trying to sneak away from Hard to Figure, who's still within a neck second. Newgate advancing steadily and willingly on the outside. and Worcester is down at the rail. They have a quarter of a mile to go. Hard to figure Arabian Lion, but here comes Newgate after them in third. And Worcester trails 3/16 of a mile to go. Newgate on the outside and Hard to Figure. Hard to Figure has the lead. Newgate trying to get by him second. Arabian Lion is back to third. A 16th to go. Newgate, Hard to Figure, tough. Newgate has the advantage though, and it's Newgate to score by about a head. Hard to Figure second. Worcester third. Arabian Lion fourth in the Robert B. Lewis.
To load. All in line. All set for the Withers. And they're off. Hit Show breaks well, so does Arctic Arrogance down towards the inside with Prove Right. It's going to be Arctic Arrogance to take him into that first turn, is up by a neck with pressure right to the outside from Prove Right. 90% Maddie is now going to tuck in behind those leaders. Now doesn't. Going to drift out 4 wide there as Andiamo Afarense is up in the early mix. That's the leading trio. 90% Maddie is cornering wide around that first turn. Down at the rail is Hit Show. The two at the back are General Banker and just having to wait for room there. A tight hold on Jungfrau, who is the trailer. They work to the backstretch, and it's a pressured opening quarter for Arctic Arrogance. They went 23.53 for the opening quarter mile. The big long shot Prove Right is right there to the outside in second. Andiamo Afarense is stalking from third. Hit Show is saving ground to the inside as General Banker starts to move forward in between horses. Is challenging for that fourth position with a wide run still 90% Maddie. Jungfrau is the trailer. Now 7 lengths off the front end of Arctic Arrogance. Arctic Arrogance went a quick 48 seconds flat. Half-mile time, Prove Right has been there the entire journey. Andiamo, Afarense, and Hit Show is moving through to the inside, and here comes the run from Hit Show. Had some fractions to run into. It's Arctic Arrogance who's got the lead. Hit Show is making this big move, but nowhere to go. Hit Show is just crying out for that room as Prove Right starts to back out of it. Andiamo Afarense is still in the mix as well. General Banker is trying to run on. 90% Maddie and too far back Jungfrau. Arctic Arrogance has got more. They reach the top of the stretch, and now Hit Show is out in the clear. It's Arctic Arrogance who's got the lead, but Hit Show is ready to pounce on the outside as they approach a final furlong. They are 5 clear here from General Banker, and Hit Show has taken the lead. It's Hit Show who's now striding away. Arctic Arrogance is a game second. Hit Show drops over to the rail, has less than a 16th to go. It's Brad Cox, Manny Franco, Hit Show in the Withers. Hit Show gets it over Arctic Arrogance, General Banker. Then it's going to be tight here. Andiamo Afarense over Prove Right in 1 minute 54.71 seconds.
And the race is on in the Sam F. Davis Stakes. Groveland in the center, asked for early speed. Zydeco, as expected from the outside, is quick, and Litigate going to try to go with that one. So the outside two, they've crossed all the way over to the 1 and 2 pass. Zydeco is the leader. Litigate, WNL had to tap on the brakes there as Champion's Dream, and Dreaming of Kona go in front of that one. It's another length then back to Groveland, who broke sharply but settles back 5th. The top 5 only separated by 2. Let's break up 3 more then back to WNL. Worthington, they set up shop together. Right to their outside goes Prairie Hawk. Classic Legacy with 2 beat early on. Those are Classic Car Wash, and Laver is the trailer. 23 and 4 through this downpour. Zydeco, a long shot leader in front by a length. Champion's Dream, Dreaming of Kona out wide. Groveland stays toward the inside from 4th. The top 4 just a length and a half apart. Let's break of 3.5 more back to Litigate. Prairie Hawk starts to move inside of that one. After that, it's a break of 2 more then back to Classic Car Wash. Moving up on the outside comes Classic Legacy. Worthington, WNL's dropped out to second last, and it's 3 or 4 more back to Labor, who trails. 46 and 4 for that opening half mile. Zydeco still the lead. Groveland wanted to go through on the inside, but couldn't quite get through and had to tap on the brakes from second. Dreaming of Kona third. Litigate trying to get going up on the outside. Rallying down toward the rail is Prairie Hawk. Classic Legacy starts to advance on the far outside with Classic Car Wash. WNL is way at the back along with Laver. They both are starting to move up just a touch. Zydeco still the leader to the top of the lane. On the outside, Litigate right up alongside. Groveland is just in behind. Classic Legacy continues to make up ground on the outside as Litigate comes up alongside of Zydeco. Litigate goes to the front. Zydeco back to second. Classic Legacy on the outside. Groveland up the rail. A final 16th to go, and Litigate's in front. It's Litigate with 50 yards left to go. Zydeco down on the rail. Groveland, Litigate still there. Groveland with one final surge, and Litigate going to go on to win it here. Groveland was second. Third ended up very close. Classic Car Wash, Classic Legacy, and Zydeco were all across the track. Third, fourth.
Flare off in the El Camino Real Derby. In honor of autism, broke alertly. Here comes Harson to challenge for the front end. No Arbor has early speed as well, and No Arbor is very fast. No Arbor trying to cross over here. Clear off has done so, and No Arbor getting towards the rail here. No Arbor opens up 2.5 lengths. Harson usually on the lead in sprints. Today he's nice and relaxed in second. Gilmore the favorite down on the inside. He's saving ground around the clubhouse turn. In honor of autism in the meantime, he broke alertly. He's been taken back to race with the favorite Gilmore. Sea Dog is next. Chase the Chaos alongside of him, and Happy Does and Passerando. Those two race at the back together. They're all well behind No Arbor. Wings it out on the lead. Let's see, No Arbor about 6 lengths ahead down the back stretch at least. Harson racing alone. He's in the second position, leads the way for the rest of the field. Gilmore settling in third and a good gallop now. In honor of autism right outside of him. Then comes Sea Dog. Chase the Chaos goes well in the green and yellow. And then Passerando still biding his time at the back with Happy Does with a half-mile left. It's No Arbor all alone out there. Let's see if he can keep going. No Arbor by 6 approaching the far turn run. Harson into the second position. He's been racing there throughout. In honor of autism, third. Gilmore niggled along a little bit down on the inside. Gilmore followed by Sea Dog. Chase the Chaos trying to get wound up. Passerando, he's under a hard ride right now. And Happy Does is dropped out as they hit the quarter pole. No Arbor hits that quarter-mile marker, 1.5 lengths in front. Harson trying to wear him down. Gilmore's following Harson at the top of the lane. He's got to pick it up though. They come down the lane. Harson in front. No Arbor trying to fight back, but he's struggling now. Down on the inside, Gilmore, and Chase the Chaos is let loose. Chase the Chaos on the outside, coming to the front for the Ed Mojer Jr. barn, and it's going to be the local Chase the Chaos. Armando Ayuso with the winning ride in a pumped up Armando Ayuso gets it done aboard Chase the Chaos. Gilmore second, Passerando third, Photo for fourth.
And they're off in the Risen Star Stakes. Shaq Diesel going out toward the lead. Here's Determinedly Speed. Right there is Harlow Cap along with Victory Formation, and Private Creed also comes up on the outside. Scramble on to the first turn. It's Determinedly, Harlow Cap, and 3 wide Victory Formation in the red cap as they round the first turn with 7 furlongs to run. Shaq Diesel in fourth, with on the outside Private Creed in fifth as these leaders go to the back of the track. Curly Jack is a ground-saving 6. 2 Phil 7th in between horses. Then comes the gray silver heist with Angel of Empire saving ground. A break of 2 more to Tappett's Conquest, who's 2 in front of Sun Thunder. Single Ruler, we trail back to Quiet at Midnight, and the maiden Groupie has drifted back to be 14th and last. The first 2 of 9 furlongs covered in 23.34 seconds. They have 5 furlongs to run, and it's Determinedly. The leads here for Raylu Gutierrez, Determinedly in front, tracked by Harlow Cap, Shaq Diesel in third. Victory Formation in the clear from fourth as they go past the half-mile pole now in the Risen Star Stakes. 2 Phils looks to gain in between horses. As they round the far turn, Private Creed is wide. Curly Jack buried toward the inside. Angel of Empire starts to gain. Angel of Empire moving up in between horses. With inside 3 furlongs to go, the half-mile went in 47.50 seconds, 3/4 in 1 minute 12.21 seconds. These leaders coming toward the quarter pole. It's Harlow Cap as 2 Phils looms up on the outside. Toward the rail, looking to stay this pace as they straighten for home is Determinedly with under 1/4 mile to run. Coming down toward the final furlong, 2 Phils, Harlow Cap. Sun Thunder gets through toward the inside as they come down toward the final 16th. Getting in between horses, Angel of Empire, and farther out is Tappett's Conquest, who's also mustering a late rally past the 16th. And here's Angel of Empire for Luis Saez. Angel of Empire in the Risen Star Stakes. Angel of Empire has won it from Sun Thunder. 2 Phils third, Tappett's Conquest fourth, Single Ruler was fifth. Groupie passed a few of them home, including Harlow Cap and Determinedly.
There's the Rebel Yell from the Oakland Park crowd. Frosted Departure and Giant Mischief, a hard scent, powerful. These 3 quickest. Verifying away in fourth. Then comes Confidence Game and Bourbon Bash. Talladega just outside of him. Reincarnate and Event Detail, and the early trailer is Red Route 1, and they turn to the backstretch with lots of speed on. It is powerful, 3/4 length in front of Frosted Departure in second. Verifying and Stablemate. Giant Mischief are third and fourth, and 2 from the front. It's 2.5 back to Confidence Game. Gun Pilots at the rail, 6th and 4 off the lead. Then 2-2, Talladega and Bourbon Bash. Reincarnate has 10 lengths to make up. He's a length in front of Event Detail. Desperately last is Red Route 1. 1/2 mile to go in the 63rd Rebel. Frosted Departure and Powerful. Verifying and Giant Mischief watching those two from the front. Gun Pilot has moved at the rail. He's 5th now from Confidence Game. At the back of the pack still are Reincarnate, Event Detail, and Talladega around the far turn in the Rebel. Frosted Departure just in front of Powerful. Giant Mischief gets first crack at him, and here's Giant Mischief. Confidence Game is 3 deep. 2 back to Gun Pilot. Talladega is next. Reincarnate still has a long way to come, and Giant Mischief off the top of the turn is joined by long shot Confidence Game. And Confidence Game is now a 1.5 lengths in front. Reincarnate is trying to split horses to the outside, and Red Route 1 from the back of the pack. It is Confidence Game. Red Route 1 moves into second. Confidence Game, Red Route 1, Confidence Game! The 63rd Rebel goes to Confidence Game over Red Route 1. Reincarnate was 3rd and Verifying finished 4th.
The call of the Fountain of Youth.
They're off in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. Forte was away cleanly enough, but Cyclone Mischief was first to begin, and he's ridden for the early lead. Up on the outside, Dangerous Ride has the same idea. To the outside, 2 horses cross over and lead the way. Legacy Isle, meanwhile, angles off the inside, and Forte slides through at his inside. Rocket 10 is next, and Mage is wide on the course. Il Baracolo is headstrong, while 3rd last. 2nd last, Blazing Sevens. The early trailer is Shadow Dragon. They make their way by an opening quarter. 24 seconds flat. Cyclone Mischief has the lead, and he has the rail. He leads by a length. Over long shot, racing 2nd is Dangerous Ride. Out deep on the course in Mage. 3 wide, Rocket 10. Perfectly spotted early is Forte. The Breeders' Cup champion is only 3 lengths off the lead, with Legacy Isle on his outside. These top flight horses have gone 5 ahead of Shadow Dragon, then Blazing Sevens, and Il Maracolo. 1/2 mile to go. They go to the first finish line in the 2023 Fountain of Youth Stakes. They went 47 and 3 for a 1/2 mile. Cyclone Mischief, he's been in front from the outset, and he still has the lead. Rocket 10 starts to make a bid 2nd. 3 wide, Mage is 3rd. Iran Ortiz Jr. has strong hold of Forte. He looks ready to roll, just needs some open racetrack. Dangerous Ride calls it an afternoon, then Legacy Isle as they run to the top of the stretch. Iran decides to swing out, and Forte is on the go now. Cyclone Mischief fights to hold it. From between horses, it's Rocket Can. Mage is 3 wide, but a big presence 4 wide in the form of Forte. 4 across the course as they straighten for home. Out in the center, Forte tries to overhaul Cyclone Mischief, who's very game, but Forte's very good. As a 3-year-old, he debuts with an easy victory in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. Here's your 2-year-old champion. Here's Forte, gear down. Rocket Can 2nd, Cyclone Mischief 3rd, Mage ran well, he was 4th. Shadow Dragon to complete your high 5 in 143 flat is back.
And they're off. Clubhouse broke very well. Unseating the rider there was How Great Is Nate. Unseated the rider at the start. J.D. Acosta was unseated at the start of the Gotham. How Great Is Nate is at the back of the field. They get set to come out of the chute. Some drama early, but up on the outside, here's Recruiter, who's now ahead in front. Down towards the inside is Carmel Road, who's going to challenge for that early lead. Eyeing Clover is taken back now, is in the 3rd position in between horses. Up on the far outside comes Radio Red. Then at the rail, Clubhouse, who broke on top, just gets passed by Lugan Knight, who now secures the 5th spot. You get really stacked up here. The loose horses up on the outside. Transect is going to be 5 wide up the backstretch. Uncorrelated is in that mix as Mr. Swagger clear the errors towards the tail end of the field. Also back there with General Banker, Raise Kane, and the trailer Slip Mahoney. They've got less than a 1/2 mile to go, and they went fast. 45.53, but we do have a loose horse in front, and the loose horse is now in front of this large field here in the Gotham as they're well into the far turn. Carmel Road's got the lead. Recruiter is now under drive. Eyeing Clover is going to move to the outside. How will they handle this loose horse who's in front here? Will hold that rail as they reach a 1/4 mile left to go. Carmel Road, they're well clear of the horse now. Carmel Road has got the lead at the top of the stretch. Up on the outside, it's Eyeing Clover who's ready to challenge. Eyeing Clover to the outside of Carmel Road, and they are lined up here on the grandstand side. Up on the far outside, General Banker, and from out of it, Raise Kane has taken the lead. It's Raise Kane who's come from the back of the field, has now passed them all. Raise Kane is well clear inside the final 16th. Raise Kane is going to draw away and win the Gotham. It's Raise Kane over Slip Mahoney, who had a late run as well. Then a photo. Eyeing Clover is there with General Banker. in 1 minute 38.09 seconds in the Gotham.
And they're off in the San Felipe to an even start. Go Rocket Ride and Hijazi. Those two hook up at once with Fort Bragg a clear-cut third. Bluegrass Go-Go comes away fourth. Practical Move is next. Then Genius Jimmy trying to get into the thick of it early on. Followed by Chase the Chaos. Mr. Fisk is widest of all, and it's another 3 to Skinner. They move to the 6 furlong pole, and Mike Smith takes control with Hijazi. They lead by a length and a half to Go Rocket Ride second, Fort Bragg to their outside. Practical Move under a hold in fourth, 3.5 lengths off the pace. Genius Jimmy, Bluegrass Go-Go between those two. Then Mr. Fisk and Chase the Chaos right together, and another couple to a very calm Skinner. They're heading to the half-mile pole in the San Felipe Stakes, chasing Hijazi, who leads the way by just under a length. Go Rocket Ride is in second. Practical Move inching up a closer third. He's on the inside of a 3-wide Fort Bragg. They're followed by Genius Jimmy. Mr. Fisk on the outside. Bluegrass Go-Go. There goes Skinner. Skinner is underway now and Chase the Chaos trail. Skinner passing horses in a hurry. They're coming to the quarter pole. It's Hijazi in front. Fort Bragg, Practical Move looking for a spot, finding it along the inside. Skinner coming with a wide bid. They're at the top of the stretch. Hijazi, Practical Move cuts the corner now to challenge him in second. 3 back to Fort Bragg and Skinner. Down at the rail, Go Rocket Ride is running off valiantly, but it's Practical Move coming past the 16th pole in command. And Practical Move, another big effort from him under Ramon Vasquez, wins the San Felipe. Go Rocket Ride second. Skinner a closing third. Then Hijazi and Fort Bragg. The running time 1:42.01 seconds.
And they're off in the John Battaglia Memorial. For the lead from the outside, Freezing Point, American Speed to the inside, and Eyes on the King, those three right together. Good Heart came away racing just about 2.5 lengths off the lead, covered up to the outside by the favorite Gilmore, who's in some traffic there in between horses. Freezing Point now back into the 5th position. Down the inside, Scooby Quando savoring every yard as they work around the opening turn. Then we come back to Bromley, and up to the outside of Bromley is Moon Landing. Aristocracy down along the inside, hard held. Up to the outside is Congruent as they head up the backside. Accident is last. 5 furlongs to go with the Battaglia. The quarter was 22-4. An American Speed is playing Catch Me If You Can, shows the way 2.5 lengths. Eyes on the King will let him go a track from second. From the inside, Good Heart is third. Gilmore content to track from fourth, about 6 lengths off the lead. To the inside, Scooby Quando is next. Miranda Wright starts to spiral up and up to the outside. Here comes Freezing Point, still 3. Back to Moon Landing, who's being asked to quicken. Aristocracy is under a heavy ride. In between horses, Bromley is cut loose, catching the eye. Round in the turn of the Battaglia. Still up top, it's American Speed. But here comes Gilmore, set to strike to the outside. Also gaining ground to the outside. Here comes Bromley, many chances to the top of the home stretch. And way out wide, Moon Landing launching up after the lead. Bromley still fighting on. 3 deep down the center of the track. Here comes Congruent, and Congruent makes it 3 across the course. They're inside the final 16th, and up top it is Congruent who's going to draw away. Congruent was brilliant in the Battaglia, won under wraps, and he won it by 3 in the end. Scooby Quando with a good effort to be second, then Bromley and Moon Landing. Congruent, Sonny Leone in 1:43 flat.
And the race is on at the Tampa Bay Derby. Lord Miles from the inside got away well, but Zydeco got away quicker, and Zydeco once again going to go up to assume command. Dream of Kona down to that one's inside, and Prairie Hawk. Those 3 right across the track as they run into that first turn. Lord Miles stays toward the inside in 4th. Classic Legacy is 5th in between horses. Shesterkin is out in 6th. It's a length and a half more back to Champion's Dream in 7th. Groveland is 8 down toward the inside. It's 2.5 more lengths then back to Classic Car Wash in 9th. Freedom Road is down toward the inside. Tapit Trice is back second last, and at the back early on is Mikey Bananas. 23-3 for the opening quarter mile. Dreaming of Kona. Long shot emerges up to the front. Under a good hold there, Zydeco in second. Out wide, Prairie Hawk travels pretty nicely in third. Length and a half more back to Shesterkin, who's in the 4th spot. Classic Legacy is in between horses in 5th. Champion's Dream starts to move up on the outside with Lord Miles. Classic Car Wash is going to be wide. Tapit Trice going to gear toward the outside, is being pushed along. The favorite is back 3rd last on the outside. Trying to make up some ground, Mikey Bananas, and Freedom Road drops out last. 46-4 for that opening half mile. They go into the far turn. Here's Prairie Hawk up on the outside of Dreaming of Kona. Between horses Zydeco, those three right across the track as they wind around that far turn. Just in behind them, Classic Car Wash starting to stoke the fires from fourth. A length and a half more back to Shosturkin. Tapatrice is trying to get going with Mikey Bananas on the outside. They're both on the move, but they're both very wide as they come to the top of the stretch. A scramble here. Dreaming of Kona down the outside. Prairie Hawk. Classic Car Wash continues to make up ground down the center of the track. Here comes that big gray Tapatrice right down the outside. Tapatrice trying to mow down Classic Car Wash. Here comes Tapatrice, and Tapatrice going to go on to win the Tampa Bay Derby. Classic Car Wash was second, Classic Legacy third, fourth went to Prairie Hawk.
Mile and 3/16. Here we go in the gate. They're off in the 2023 TwinSpires.com Louisiana Derby. And there goes Kingsbarns. It's Kingsbarns who's come right to the front. Shopper's Revenge, the gray with the rail, and Jace's Road starts an early bid, and Cagliostro, after breaking through the gate prior to the start, also up close, but it's Kingsbarns. So Kingsbarns joined by Jace's Road as they head toward the first turn. Shopper's Revenge a bid rank. Cagliostro running in fourth. Single Ruler is fifth. Tabit's Conquest a wide sixth. Meantime, Disarm is a ground-saving seventh. Disarm right at Shopper's Revenge heels. They have 7 furlongs to run. Sun Thunder settled in the back half of the field, clear of Dennington. Here comes Instant Coffee. Instant Coffee is running in 10th. Curly Jack is 11th, and late running Baseline Beater trails the dozen. As they go to the back of the track, 24.71 for the lead part, now at the 5.5. And it's Kingsbarns. So Kingsbarns is in the leading role. Kingsbarns in front. Leads here 3/4 length to a close-up. Jace's Road, who chases the pace. Shopper's Revenge saving ground in third. Cagliostro fourth. Single Ruler is a close fifth. Then Disarm. Right there still biding time is Disarm. On the rail, 5 lengths off this leader, Kingsbarns. Then comes Dennington with Tabit's Conquest, Sun Thunder, Instant Coffee, Curly Jack. The trailer remains. Baseline Beater. Half mile went in 49.60 seconds. 3/4 for Kingsbarns, the son of Uncle Mo. 1 minute 14.69 seconds. But now with inside 3 furlongs to go. It's Kingsbarns. Jace's Road now launching this bid. Cagliostro is a close third with Dennington in fourth. Shopper's Revenge, Single Ruler, and looking to gain on the far outside as they straighten away as Instant Coffee has the black cap. In the meantime, it's still Kingsbarns. Kingsbarns 1 furlong to go, and Kingsbarns looking to finish them off in the Louisiana Derby. And Kingsbarns has opened up 5 lengths now on Disarm, who's gained second from Jace's Road. Shopper's Revenge. Instant Coffee is next, but it's Kingsbarns and Flavian Pratt. Kingsbarns undefeated, 3 for 3. Kingsbarns won by 4 from Disarm. Jace's Road was next, then Sun Thunder, Shopper's Revenge, Instant Coffee, and Tabit's Conquest. Kingsbarns goes wire to wire.
Stakes.
They are racing in the 52nd running of the Grade 3 Jeff Ruby Stakes. It was a good beginning for Fantastic again. Bluebirds over, away in the second position. Major Dude at 8-5 away towards the inside of him as they race by us for the first time. Wadsworth tugging hard up to the outside of Two Fills as they race towards the opening turn. Down on the inside, Congruent a bit headstrong there, a length in front of Maker's Candy. Second last as they work around the turn is Point Proven, and Escapeologist will have to do it from the back. About 13 lengths from top to bottom. They work around the opening turn in the Ruby. 6 furlongs to go. Fantastic again, showing the way 3 parts of a length. Bluebirds over from second. Wadsworth in the clear, tugging hard against a jock from third. Major Dude sequestered along the rail from fourth, covered up by both Baby Billy and Two Fills to the outside of him. 3 lengths back to Congruent. The Battaglia winner is a length in front of Maker's Candy. Then Point Proven, and a length and a half back to Escapeologist. Half mile 47 4 into the far turn in the Jeff Ruby Stakes, and they go 3 across the course, chasing Fantastic again. Wadsworth to the outside, Bluebirds over in the middle, and here comes Major Dude up the inside as they race around the turn. Fantastic again has quickened 2 clear of Major Dude, who's to the inside of second. There goes J Love and Two Fills moving with the favorite as they race around the turn. 3/4, 1:11 4, and here they come to the top of the home stretch in a Grade 3 Jeff Ruby Stakes, and up to the outside, Two Fills sweeping up and after the lead. Major Dude from between horses. That's all for Fantastic again. 1 furlong to go, and the son of Hard Spun, Two Fills, is opening up here. What a performance, and a impassioned run by Two Fills, who's drawing away with authority. Two Fills, brilliant. taking the Jeff Ruby Stakes, a prime performance. He won by over a half a dozen. In just a half a dozen Saturdays from now, he has a date to run for the roses.
And once again, we're set for a start in the Sunland Derby. And there they go in the Sunland Derby. Fast into stride was Henry Q. Also, right next door is Hard to Figure. The two favorites are going to get it on early. Here in this 9 furlong event, close up third is Wild on Ice. Under a stronghold is Low Expectations. Next last is One in Vermilion, and trailing by 7 long lengths is How Did He Do That? Going into the first quarter mile, Henry Q is the boss so far. Leads by a measured half length. Hard to Figure with that streamlined stride of his is going equal to the task. While in third, Wild on Ice. In fourth with just 2 to gain. That's Low Expectations. He's 6 in front from One in Vermilion, who's going the wrong way and trailing by a lot. Is How Did He Do That? Up the backstretch they go in the Sunland Derby. There goes Hard to Figure. Hard to Figure puts his neck in front. The two favorites are going at it. In second is Henry Q. Still third, close up Wild on Ice, and biding his time fourth, Low Expectations. It's 5 back to One in Vermilion, and a long way back still to How Did He Do That? Half mile to go, the match race continues. Henry Q now recollects the lead. In second now is Hard to Figure, who's still very, very close and looking strong. These two going right at it in the Sunland Derby. Henry Q, Hard to Figure, and Wild on Ice is still well within range. Fourth is Low Expectations, and the rest can forget it. Into the top of the stretch, Henry Q being asked the question. The first to crack was Hard to Figure. Henry Q under siege, Low Expectations fighting along the outside, and Wild on Ice is forging a big run. Can Wild on Ice do it? Wild on Ice reaching forward by about a half. It's Wild on Ice on the inside. Low Expectations in a classic. Getty Tohill has done it. Wild on Ice in a shocking upset won the Sunland Derby over Low Expectations. Third was Henry Q.
Forte tosses his head around, settles in. And they're off in the Curlin, Florida Derby. It was an excellent beginning for Forte. He'll be able to duck over some from his outside draw. Meanwhile, West Coast Cowboy firing through at the inside to take the early lead. Fort Bragg got over quickly, and he's on to take over now. Fort Bragg from the 10 post to the rail and on top a length and a half. Mr. Peaks is now second with West Coast Cowboy in third. Young Frau between horses. Mr. Ripple is next. Cyclone Mischief is stacked 4 wide, 5 wide, WNL. And that's a length and a half to Il Maricolo. Irad Ortiz Jr. and Forte. They're toward the back of the field while 3 wide. Shaq Diesel is next, then Nautical Star. And Mage is last of all as they complete the opening quarter in 23-2. Down the backstretch they go. Jockey Joel Rosario and Fort Bragg on top by 2.5. Mr. Peaks is second. Mr. Ripple is third. West Coast Cowboy is down toward the inside. Working out in the center is Cyclone Mischief. Then it's Young Frau, Forte. Starting to get a bit closer now. He's about 6 lengths off the speed through a 46 3/2 mile. Strong fractions being put up by Fort Bragg. He heads into the far turn on top by 2. Mr. Peaks is second. Mr. Ripple is third. Up on the outside, it's Forte. He's starting to get to work now. He's about 8 lengths off this loose leader with 5/16 remaining. Fort Bragg tries to sneak away. He has the lead by 2.5. Mr. Ripple, he's now second. Cyclone Mischief moves up on the outside third. Forte's locked in as Mage begins to roll from the back. They race past the quarter-mile pole in the Florida Derby, and Mage got the jump on Forte as he goes to get Fort Bragg. Cyclone Mischief is fighting hard. He's still right there. Less than a quarter of a mile to come, and Cyclone Mischief, he's up for a fight and tries to turn away Mage. Forte better hurry up. Final 16th of a mile. Forte starts to gather in the top horses. Here comes Forte. This is going to be very close, but the champion prevails. Forte wins over Mage. Mage was second. Third, Cyclone Mischief. Then Mr. Ripple. Fort Bragg for the high 5.
And they're off. A perfect start to the 87th Arkansas Derby. Toward the inside, Two Eagles River, as expected, heading toward the lead. Harlow Cap is with him on the inside in second. Airtime got out well in third. Reincarnate is fourth. Bourbon Bash on the inside fifth. And Rocket Can sits outside in sixth. He's only about 4 lengths off the lead as they head to the backstretch. And then comes Angel of Empire. He's off the rail by 1.5. Interlock Empire, the bright gray, is inside of him. King Russell is next to last. And that late running red Route 1, blinkers on and all, is still trailing the field here. He's a good dozen or 13 lengths off the lead as they move up the backstretch. 2 Eagles River and Nick Juarez set the pace in the Arkansas Derby, and Reincarnate is his companion right to the outside. Harlow Cap on the inside is racing in third and is just a neck to the good of Airtime. Followed to the outside by Rocket Can. He's going to be 4 wide into that turn, but he is in the clear and is only 3 lengths off the lead now. Bourbon Bash hugs the inside into that far turn. Angel of Empire is within range if he's good enough on the outside. And he is starting to move now. Angel of Empire is racing with Rocket Can toward the outside. And then comes King Russell and Interlock Empire. Dropping back and out of it is Bourbon Bash. Red Route 1 enters the stretch 10th and last as they straighten away in the upper stretch. And Angel of Empire has ranged into the lead here. 2 Eagles River drops back on the inside. Toward the outside, King Russell is running on. Reincarnate in the second flight with Airtime and Rocket Can. Angel of Empire and Flavian Pratt. Angel of Empire wins the Arkansas Derby and wins it clear. King Russell was up for second. It was tight for third between Reincarnate and Rocket Can.
The Grade 2 Wood Memorial presented by Resorts World Casino. All set. And they're off. Dreamlike breaks very well from the inside, and there is Arctic Arrogance who wants the front. Arctic Arrogance will take him into the first turn and stacks him up in behind. Right to the outside is Lord Miles, who's going to stalk in second. Gets very tight there. Slip Mahoney and also General Banker, they got the worst of it. They got shuffled back towards the tail end of the field. On the front end, it's Arctic Arrogance who's in front, is up by 3/4 of a length. There's Lord Miles, and Uncle Jake is going to be 3 wide as they work towards the backstretch. Dreamlike is down towards the inside, is now challenging for that third spot. There's Hit Show. Hit Show is out in the center of the racetrack, is in 5th, is only a length and a half, now 2, off the battling front runners. Further back in the field comes Knox. Knox is followed by Slip Mahoney, who had that trouble. Then comes Mr. Swagger, General Banker, another 4 lengths back. There is Shadow Dragon, then Classic Catch, and the trailer is Croupy. 24-4 for the opening quarter mile. They went 49 seconds flat for the half-mile time, and on the front end, it's Arctic Arrogance. It's Arctic Arrogance who's still up by a half length, approaches a half-mile left to go. The New York bred is going to try and take him all the way. Here comes the maiden Dreamlike up on the outside. Uncle Jake is still in that mix as well. Hit Show is driven along, not making up the ground yet, now starts to get some momentum. Dropping back there was Knox, is rallying on. Here comes Lord Miles, who's ranging up 4 wide. Arctic Arrogance went 1 minute 12 and 4 for 3/4 of a mile. There's a group of 4 up front, and Dreamlike is about to take command. It's Dreamlike who's ready to challenge a very game Arctic Arrogance, who's gutting it out towards the inside. Arctic Arrogance is there. Dreamlike, Hit Show is up on the outside, and Lord Miles, a huge number, is trying to pull off a shocker. 4 across the racetrack in the wood. Hit Show is now put a nose in front. Dreamlike is still there. Lord Miles up on the outside. They're coming down to the finish. Hit Show, Lord Miles, Hit Show, Lord Miles, Lord Miles! Lord Miles at a huge number. Then came Hit Show and Dreamlike. Running time, 1 minute 51.17. A huge shocker. Lord Miles and Paco Lopez in the Wood Memorial.
They are at the post. And they're off in the Toyota Bluegrass. Tapit Trice is moving out the center of the track at the midpoint of the backstretch. Has Mendelssohn's March right there to his inside. They stack up outside.
Farm and Partner Gainesway Stable, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden by Luis Saez, 1 minute 50 seconds flat.
And they're off in the run-happy Santa Anita Derby. 1 in Vermilion sprints out of the gate, and Low Expectations comes away in second. 2 huge long shots setting the tempo early on. National Treasure comes away in third, and the favorite Practical Move, well spotted along the inside, about 4 lengths off the lead. It's another 2 back to Mandarin Hero, racing on the outside of Dazzle Me Silver. Skinner is 3 wide outside of that pair, and I don't get it at the back of the field. They passed the 6 furlong pole, and it's 1 in Vermilion by a length and a half. Low Expectations second by the same margin. National Treasure puts his head into third. Practical Move matches strides with him along the rail and now takes that third spot heading to the half-mile pole. Mandarin Hero is just 3.5 lengths off the speed. Dazzle Me Silver inches up inside of Skinner, and I don't get it at the back of a compact field. Less than a half-mile to go in the run-happy Santa Anita Derby. And One in Vermilion has been there throughout. Practical Move has room at the rail, moving closer effortlessly. And here's Practical Move within a head of the front runner. On the outside, there goes Skinner, and Skinner's making a bold early move with a 1/4 mile to go. National Treasure is just behind him. And now it's Practical Move squaring off with Skinner on the outside. Mandarin Hero running a valiant race. He's moving right into contention, splitting rivals with 1/8 mile to go. Practical Move a length. Mandarin Hero